Hi everybody, it's day 47. I'm Luke Feldbrugge with True Identity, owner and founder, coming to you from the quietest spot in my home, being the garage and my car. And as my family is sleeping, I am attempting to build my business, True Identity. And this video series is a daily video to try to give you a glimpse into that world of building a business on a daily basis and the learnings and the tips and the struggles that I go through. And this is the beginning of a new day. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is important because I'm exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place something that I've traded for it. I want it to be gain, not loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price that I've paid for it. So, I've got a lot to talk about today, guys. I did a lot of work yesterday, and I got a lot to cover, so I'm going to go fast. Here we go. So first thing I did was added a new t-shirt. WITTY is the word. Added that to the chest of a new t-shirt that is available on True Identity. I also integrated Google Shopping with my Shopify cart. Pretty simple process, actually. It's a great API, easy to set up. One tip that I have for you is you're going to have two ways that somebody can contact you, and it can't be a sign-up form or a form to fill out and submit for questions, comments, whatever. So you need either an email address, a phone number, or a physical address, home address, business address, or a P.O. box. All of those apply. But you will need at least two of those three on your website that Google can find. So I had to add my physical home address. Not a fan. But it's in the footer. It's kind of hidden. It's legal copy. It's fine. It's probably good to have that on there anyway. So I've got Google Shopping now integrated with my Shopify store. The other thing that I'll mention is it takes 3 to 4 days for Google Shopping to fully integrate all of your products with their platform. And there will probably be some additional work to get everything set up once that integration has taken place. Although all the reviews that I was reading is it's pretty seamless. So I'll just have to go in, take a look, make sure everything is being represented correctly. But I think this is going to be an exciting new platform to get some eyeballs on my products. I don't know if you're aware what Google Shopping is, but it is basically all of the product listings that you would see if you searched for a t-shirt on Google. You would get a bunch of images of t-shirts along the top or along the right side of the search results, and that is Google Shopping giving you a glimpse into vendors who have, one, paid to be in that position, or two, just rank really high for the keywords you used. So for me, it's going to be a nice way to get additional people potentially seeing my products that may not have seen the products on my site because my site is so low ranking right now from an SEO standpoint. So this is an advantage. And at some point, if I choose to use ad dollars again, I could use my AdSense, Google AdSense account to put some dollars towards keywords and promote some of those products and even rank better for some of those keywords. So some good stuff to come out of that. What else did I do? I also began integrating products into Etsy. So I had set up an Etsy account last year, but I didn't do anything with it. So I started to integrate products into it. Printful is my print vendor, and they have an API that works directly with Etsy, which is fantastic. So I got all that set up, started to integrate existing products that I had in Printful, which is all of my True Identity products. I almost completed that. I've got a few more that need to be added. I did go in and look at the products that were integrated, and there's going to be some cleanup I'm going to have to do on each product. For example, Etsy allows you to show 10 images of your products, and kind of explain the story, give different live action shots, give different colors, give different sizing options, so you can kind of highlight that in the 10 images they give you to use to visually represent your product. And I can tell you this, it's helpful to put information in those images because people just don't read anymore. They'd rather slide through the 10 images and try to get a gist of what that product's all about. So the more you can tell them in those 10 images, the more powerful your sell or your pitch is going to be for that product. So I'm going to have some customization work that I'll have to do on every product. So it's basically another store that I'm building. The good thing is that like all the product details and everything will already be built out and integrated. It's just a matter of customizing each product to market well on Etsy. So there's additional lifting on that. I was hoping it wasn't going to be as much, but it is. So more to come on that one. The process has begun. Etsy is a huge shopping network with eyeballs looking to spend dollars on something they want. So to be on that platform with my products is going to be helpful. It's additional exposure and potentially additional sales. So we'll see how that all transpires. Let's see. What else did I do? I did some networking. I have joined a Facebook group called Side Hustle Nation. The rules of the group are you're not supposed to promote your business, really. It's just more about talking about your experiences with building a business and side hustling. And you're supposed to network and help people. Well, the host of the group actually posted yesterday, hey, promote your business in the comments below. So I took advantage of that and I put my business in there. I also put a link to this YouTube channel and I just said, hey, check it out. I had a couple of people ask me some questions, give me some kudos. So it was nice just to network with other people who are going through kind of the side hustle process, which is inevitably the people I want to connect with for this video series, because I am trying to help give tips and best practices in my learnings over the course of this year. So I feel like that group's going to be solid in building a network myself. So I'm hoping that I can pull some folks over at some point. We'll see how that works out. I also was networking with individuals on LinkedIn. I'm following a keyword. True My Identity is following a keyword or a tag. It's own it. That's one thing that I'm really trying to push to the top for True My Identity. So anytime anybody uses the tag own it, I will comment on their post. So I commented on a gentleman's name of Devin, who's basically going through the self-realization process of, I don't like the career that I don't necessarily like the career that I'm pursuing. I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. I didn't like necessarily playing baseball, for the reasons that I chose to play baseball. So he's coming to a self-realization point in his life, which was way earlier than I did. So I gave him a lot of kudos for that. But he came to this crossroads. He's like, you know what? I need to start doing what I'm really passionate about, what helps me feel fulfilled. And he's starting to do his own thing. So I just gave him credit on that. And I just told him, hey, you don't know me from Sam, but I went through a similar journey, and here we are. And I just wanted to congratulate you on coming to that conclusion and taking the necessary steps to get to where you want to go. So networking was a big one. There's something else that I'm missing. So it's Google Shopping, Etsy, networking. Oh, I designed a draft concept of my YouTube thumbnails. So I'm trying to pretty things up a little bit, because using a clip from this video with my goofy fuzzy face and the Nike lid and in a dirty car. That's not necessarily eye appealing when you're scrolling through a bunch of videos that you could listen to somebody talk about a side hustle and building a business. So I put a little effort into prettying up a thumbnail to at least catch some eye appeal, catch some eyes. And I'm using my general True Identity branding. So nice bright colors of orange, and it has nice highlight call outs of what the videos entail. So I built that design template last night, and I've got some photos of myself that I can include in there because they say that using an image of a person helps dramatically when you're creating thumbnails. So a tip for you if you're going to be doing this: use an image of yourself or somebody from the video, or use a person, a real person. So that took some time too. I can tell you this, designing takes time. You really got to put your head into it, and you got to visually get it to where you're satisfied on how it's representing yourself and how it's communicating your brand, and what you really want somebody to know quickly. In copywriting skills is a big one. Visual representation and copywriting skills, two very important things to have when you're designing a simple thumbnail that is going to be seen for 1 to 2 seconds to get somebody to take an action. So I spent probably hour and a half on that last night, and I came up with one concept. I'm 90% there. I'm going to share it with a couple of people and get some feedback, and hopefully they can help me iron out where I'm stuck on that 10%. So to that note, I actually wanted to give credit to some people. Bob Stanke, thank you very much for pushing me to get into Google Shopping. I think this is going to be a big win for me over the course of time as things grow. But it's a platform that I definitely needed to take advantage of. So thanks for, getting me to jump in the water. So I did take that initiative, and I thank you for that. Seth Jeska for working with me on the thumbnail development. Last week we took a couple of photos. You took a couple of videos of me. You clipped that stuff. You sent it to me. I gave it to my wife Sarah last night, who Sarah also I'm thanking, who put some additional time in cleaning those photos up and making me look a little better, taking some of the lighting changes out of it, color modifications, just to make it a little better. So Seth and Sarah, thank you for helping me to get those images put together so I can work on these thumbnails. And Seth, you also gave me some great advice on just a design concept that I could potentially put into play. So Bob, Seth, and Sarah, thank you for helping me to get these things moving forward. I also want to thank, and I think it was Valentina was her name. She gave me some very sweet words in the Side Hustle Nation group regarding the project that I'm working on and the work that I've done thus far. So it was nice to hear that from her. Somebody outside of my ring of friends and relatives to give me credit for the work done and kudos on what has actually been done. So that was nice to hear. And I thank you, Valentina, for that. That was very kind. Hopefully your side hustle stuff continues to transpire and you continue to do the work as well. And then I also wanted to say thanks to Devin for at least reading my comment and liking it. And I wish you the best. So that was my thank yous. To-dos, obviously, is just to add another product. And that is the requirement going forward. The word today is WITTY, and it is because we added the WITTY t-shirt yesterday. WITTY is intelligent and intelligent verbal humor, if you will. So quick quips on witty banter. So I have a quick take on this one. I enjoy witty, intelligent verbal reflections, if you will. I like to think that I can come up with them occasionally. I try to be funny. I try to come up with some witty comments in casual conversations quite often. It usually doesn't hit the bullseye, so I try because I admire it. I think it's a great quality, and I think people who are witty are memorable because they stimulate conversation. They can take a topic that may start to become a bit vanilla over the course of how it's being discussed and throw out some kind of witty comment that brings everybody back together, gives a couple chuckles, maybe takes it down a different path. They're just conversation energizers, if you will. And I think people remember that. They remember the funny moments that a witty individual can add to time together. So I think that's your gift, witty people. I think that is your gift. And I can tell you that members of the opposite sex find it attractive when you can bring a little witty humor to any situation. So keep that in mind if you're a single individual. Use that witty strength if you've got it. I just think that it's a very valuable skill to use in the appropriate setting, of course. But it's a lighthearted, jovial experience it's rewarding for yourself, I'm sure, but for everybody else who gets to experience it with you, I think that it's a very positive one. So please don't be shy with that quick-witted humor that you have, and use that and share it, and crack a joke today. Crack a joke. Put it in that casual conversation of that. Use that quick-witted humor that you have. I'm Luke with TrueMyIdentity.com. Head over to TrueMyIdentity.com. Grab a t-shirt that reflects who you are and your identity. And that is it. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take a moment to click the bell so you get notified every time a new one comes out. And that is it, folks. Have a great day, and talk to you soon.